20 years ago, two brothers were only 9 months apart in age. David and Daniel just turned 8 years old. The boys were inseparable and protected each other from the terror of their home life. See, these boys' lives were filled with hurt because they were abused and neglected. Though they didn't understand why at the time, the reason was due to heavy drug and alcohol addiction by both parents. As you can imagine, this produced immense suffering and pain for the two boys, and some would even say they were set up to fail. Some would say the chances of them succeeding were as likely as seeing a narwhal in the forest. But I think we can all agree, the odds of having a happy and successful life were stacked up against them from a very early age. 10 years later, David and Daniel, both now 18, have chosen two different paths in life. David, unable to tolerate the hurt from his childhood, starts to use drugs to numb the pain. He lives with friends that share his same point of view, which gets him into trouble all the time. Daniel, on the other hand, has chosen a different path in life. Daniel decided some years back that he couldn't tolerate the hurt from his childhood either. So he says, you know what? I think I'm gonna do something about it. I don't want to feel like this in 10 years from now. I don't want to feel like this tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to channel this pain. So he used the pain from his childhood home life to stay away from the house and to study longer and harder in school, so that one day he could be in a better place. And it turns out that it worked out for him. He started this when he was 16, and now that he's 18, the results are starting to pay off and he gets into a good college. So yesterday was Daniel's 28th birthday. He wished his brother could be there, but he knew it was going to be a long time before this happened because David was now in prison. He landed there after years of what David calls unlucky breaks, but was really due to a drug habit and many years of poor choices. Daniel, now a successful lawyer, is eating dinner with his beautiful wife and kids when the phone rings. He's relieved to hear his brother's voice on the other end of the phone, but the relief shortly fades when David starts complaining about all the things wrong in his life and blaming people, mostly his parents, for what happened to him. He tells David, "They did this to me. They are the reason why I'm here. If it wasn't for Mom, if it wasn't for Dad doing what they did to us, I wouldn't be here. I'm telling you, Daniel, they did this to me." Daniel, silent at this point, looks around. He notices his wife, he notices his kids, and he notices the house in which he recently bought with a job which took him many years to achieve. And he simply replies to David, "Me too." See, in life, things are going to happen to us all the time, and there's no need to combat the issue because what other people do or say to you is none of your business. It's none of your business because we don't have control over those people, and we can't do anything about it. All we can do is control our own actions. We can never control the actions of others. We can only control our reactions. I understand that when people do something to you, it hurts. If you're to blame them, I think everybody would understand. It's usually somebody else's fault. And it is perfectly understandable that David became a drug addict, statistically, maybe even probable. But being a victim of circumstance is a dangerous game. Because when you play that game, you're putting your life in the hands of someone else. And people are more likely to make one of those cool little hand-print turkey things that we used to make in school than to come and use those same hands to fix the problem that they created. And the key here is not to just deal with it. The key here is to deal with it in a way that makes us better. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. First thing you want to do is accept the situation for what it is. Something happens, you say, okay, something happened. A lot of times people go into disbelief. I can't believe that so-and-so. Believe it. So-and-so will do something to you. Believe it. It doesn't matter. We're all human. We have to accept the situation for what it is. And then we have to choose to use it as fuel. We have to use that hurt. We're humans. We're going to feel it. We have to direct it in a way that's positive to us. And that's where we're going to see the change in our life. See, we're going to be able to take every negative situation and then transform that into a positive situation by using this ability to channel our hurt into something positive. So let me leave you with this. Playing the blame game can be the most dangerous game in the world. It can leave you high and dry, pointing the finger at somebody else for a life that you have to live. So let's rise above, because we only get one go around at life. Whether we succeed or whether we fail is ultimately on us. I hope you liked the video today. If you want to get better every day, click subscribe. New videos are coming out all the time. And one last thing, have an awesome day.